we need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social in association with freebets.com, Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout. We're here at Callum Simpson. Callum, last time we spoke, I know you were eager, you were waiting, wanting to get a fight announced. You're on a terrific undercard in London. Obviously, Fabio Wardley, Frazer Clarke. You've been working away diligently. I've been here, I've seen you spar a few times, seen a great spar today. Relieved that there's a date locked in now?
Yeah, you know, one thing I try and do is always stay patient. And but yeah, I've been in camp now for about well before Christmas, about 3-4 months pretty much. Well, I've been training since my last fight. I've not had a week out of the gym, you know, but I've upped it because I thought I was going to be fighting on the January show. Then it was February, March. The dates changed a few times, but you know, the date's locked in now. The post is officially up, the announcement's up, and we're working hard towards that date.
Obviously, you've got really good support up north. It's a chance for you to get sort of your fans to travel down south for a little bit of an away day. Everyone's talking about, you know, your mandatory for that British title, that Zak Chelli fight, but you have got one fight in between. I know maybe no opponent announced for now, but all business, you ready to go in there and put a performance on that'll lead you nicely into that British title fight? Yeah,
definitely, mate. You know, like I said, firstly, I'll touch on my support as well that you just mentioned. There's 250 so far coming, over 250, and I expect well over 300 to be coming down, making the trip down. You know, I've got friends coming over from Tenerife, coming over from Dubai, maybe possibly Australia as well that are making the trip over just for my fight. You know, I think there's 2 or 3 coaches already coming from Barnsley. You know, there's family from everywhere, friends and supporters that are coming from all over to come and support me. So yeah, going to be well over 300 over there. And to say it's over a 400-mile round trip, it's not bad going at all. It's not bad going at all. And but yeah, so I've got obviously I'm mandatory for the British. The purse bids have been put out, but I believe there's going to be a deal made before that anyway. So yeah, my fight after this is going to be Zak Chelli for the British Commonwealth titles, and I might have one or two titles in the line as well myself. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm fully locked in for this next fight and then Chelli after.
We know what's sort of at the end of this fight, but how important is it that you stay locked in? And I know you are, but like it's easy to say, it's this fight, then we're there kind of thing. And a lot of fighters, we've seen it in the past, you can overlook what's in front of you because there's sort of a bigger pot of gold that where it's over that. How do you sort of stay locked in and focused on what's to come at the end of that month rather than focusing and looking past for Zak Chelli?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really agree with this, like, oh, he overlooked him, he's overlooking so-and-so. I think maybe they underestimate him. I think that's the issue. But overlooking someone, like, I'm overlooking my next opponent, I'm overlooking Zak Chelli, I'm overlooking who's after that as well, because I know that I'm very confident I'll beat these guys. I overlooked every single opponent I've had so far because I know I'm going to beat him, and I believe in myself to beat him. So yeah, I'm overlooking this next guy. I'm overlooking Zak Chelli, and I'll be overlooking the next person after that because I believe I'm going to the top.
What sort of changed from, like, you remember when you had your boxer debut, you came with this big reputation, this big hitter, stop saying you, I'm not saying that's changed by the way, but we've seen as the fights have gone on, subtle changes in your game. You're becoming more of a calculated puncher, picking your shots. What's been that biggest improvement that you've seen in yourself from like that first fight on Sky to where you are now, ready to go and put a performance on a big stage and to showcase your skills?
Yeah, so to be honest, when I obviously when Boxer or the bigger, you know, all the big promoters, they were signing all the Olympians, all the guys with a big amateur career, and I had 53 amateur fights. You know, I had a decent amateur career, but I didn't have that massive exposure like a lot of the Olympians had who were getting signed. So when I signed with Kevin after my first 2 fights, I said to him, every fight I have now, I'm knocking him out. Let him know I'm knocking him out. I want to make a statement. And you know, I was down at the Boxer headquarters yesterday. I had a meeting with Ben Shalom, and they did an interview. They were saying, "Oh, do you feel like you've took you come through the back door? You know, you've not gone the amateur route like everyone else." I was like, "No, I've not come for the back door at all. I've gone for the front door and I've kicked it down." You know, I had 9 knockouts in a row, 5 in the first round. You know, otherwise I weren't getting signed. You know, I had to make a massive statement, and that's what I've done. However, you know, we're not my team, myself. We're not delusional. We know the boxing game. When I step up in levels, I need to be able to do more than try and just knock someone out in first round or second round. you know, that's why the last 2 fights have been very important to me. Proving to my team that I can stick to a game plan. I can box how I've been asked to box, and I want to show I'm a complete fighter as well, not just someone that can knock everyone out. Obviously, I'll be getting back to the knockouts when I need to, but you know, I need to show to myself and my team that I can go the 10 rounds, and I can, one, for the fitness, and I can show my boxing ability. Like I said, I want to show that I'm a complete fighter, front foot, back foot, mid-range, every kind of box I want to be able to do.
Is that a bit of a buzz for you? Because you're known as, obviously, someone who can bang, a big hitter. And we mentioned you have made these changes, but the fact that there's so much more left that the public haven't seen yet, obviously, not give it away, because I know you work diligently with Mark behind the scenes, but is that a bit of a buzz for you going, if you like what you've seen so far, you ain't seen nothing yet? Yeah,
you know, like I said, I was telling the guys at Boxer yesterday, at Sky yesterday, they were saying loads of good things about me, what they like about me, and I was telling them, I was like, honestly, you guys have not seen nothing. Like, even manager Kevin's not seen nothing yet. I said, I've got so much more to give and I've got so much more to show. Not to impress you guys, but just to prove myself what I can do. And yeah, there's a lot more to come from me, a lot more.
In a day and age now where we're always talking about, oh, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, rah, go fight out there. And look, it's great. We're going to see big fights out there, undisputed fights. But in terms of what we see over here, I know Boxer have put this great show on, which shows that domestically we are still seeing big fights. But you're going to be wanting to carry that torch. We've seen a lot of people, I've talked to you about it before, like we saw that era of people who are slowly sort of stepping out the door, and there's room now for another star, another pay-per-view star. When you say, I walked into this game and I kicked that front door down, is that with the intention of, look, I'm not here just to make up these numbers up, I want to do that, we'll be paying pay-per-view, we'll be going right to the top. Is that motivating factor, the fact that you could be that next one? Yeah, definitely.
You know, I'm not here just to bit first on the undercard. Obviously, I know I've got to work my way up. You know, that's what I've got to do. That's how it works. But I'm not here just to stay on the undercard for the rest of my career. You know, I want to be headlining shows in my hometown, headlining shows at arena. You know, and that's going to happen. It's guaranteed it's going to happen. And you know, I'm on the right journey, the right path, and I'm enjoying it as I'm doing it as well. So yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah.
We talked about it before about the fight with Chelli and Cullen, who you thought were going to win, and you were very adamant, look, whoever it is, it doesn't matter, like, I know what's going to happen kind of thing. And you've mentioned obviously before about overlooking. What happens when you step in the ring with Zak Chelli, in your hand on heart, how do you see that fight going, ending, how does it pan out?
I think Zak Chelli's going to get his head punched in. That's what I believe. You know, he's got a lot of strengths. He's an all right boxer, but he's fit. He's got his game. He's got a good mindset. He comes forward. You know, he's got good physical attributes, but I feel like everything he can do, I can do better. Any kind of physical, mental, technical aspect of boxing or fighting, I believe I can do better. And it's going to show on the night. And I'm looking forward. I can't wait, because I know everyone was saying that they think he might pull out, and I was saying, listen, Zak Chelli's a warrior. You know, he's a warrior. He fights anyone. He's going to take the fight. He's going to be confident. He's going to win. Him and his dad will be confident. He's going to win. Very, very confident. Yeah, like I said, especially his dad. So you know, and that's what I want. So it's going to make it even worth even more when I do beat him, and I beat him in good fashion as well.
Are you looking forward to that? Because I think that fight in itself, outside looking in, when we see a lot of headline acts over the past 12 months, that could be a decent little headliner no matter where it is. Obviously, I know you want to fight up north. You've always made no secret of that. I'd love to bring a fight to Oakwell or back up here. But if you fight, are you looking forward to that sort of that big fight feel? And obviously, we know his dad, they likes to talk a lot. Are you sort of looking forward to having that protagonist in the other corner where obviously you do a bit yourself, you have a little talk to people, but this could get lit up, couldn't it, really quick?
Yeah, definitely, I believe so. You know, I'm looking forward for that. You know, I've not really had an opponent where it's kind of had that it's really caught fire like that. Whereas we had a little bit of needle with Boris Crichton. You know, that would be a little bit of fun. And you know me, I'm a nice guy. I'm not a knob or anything like that. But I think with Zak, you know, I think he's quite arrogant. He believes in on hype a bit too much, a little bit delusional. So I think it's going to make for a nice, tasty build-up. Yeah, and I think it's going to, I think the build-up is going to be a great build-up as well.
You did a bit of sparring, we'll touch on it now because his fight's this weekend with Pody McCrory up in Belfast. You've really sort of put yourself about in terms of sparring. I know you've probably found it hard in the past getting things, but you've been travelling about, getting that seasoning you need, you know, in these rounds. He goes against Edgar Berlanga this weekend. what do you make of that fight? Edgar's sort of touted as one of the next big things coming through by Matchroom. Pody's going over there, and obviously his team, a lot of people obviously in the Irish camp saying, look, Pody, when Pody lands, this fight is over. What do you make of that fight?
To be honest, like I was telling you earlier, I've never seen Berlinga fight. I've never watched him, so I don't know how good he is. I've heard things about him, but I don't even. If you show me a picture of 10 boxers, I won't be able to tell you which one Berlinga was, honestly. Obviously, even like Padgett as well. I've only watched one fight with box the same person, Celso Neves. I've only watched that fight, and obviously I sparred him. But you know, he's a top guy. He's got a top team with him going over. So you know, I wish him all the best.
Well, Callum, have you got a message to the army of fans that you seem to be bringing to London? I mean, don't think people forget that these events aren't cheap. You've got to go down, potentially hotels, however you get in there, tickets on top, it costs a lot of money. So you've got these people backing you. Let's sign this off like this. So you got a message for these guys coming to support you on the undercard?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's coming down to support me. You know, like I said, I've got people coming from abroad, like from Tenerife, Dubai, and it's even from Barnsley, it's a 400-mile round trip. You know, people are getting the coach down back in the same day. Some are coming down for the Friday, the full bank holiday weekend. You know, there's going to be well over 300 people from Barnsley, Yorkshire, coming down to support me. So yeah, a massive thank you to everybody.
Callum Simpson, I appreciate you talking to Boxing Social. Looking forward to seeing you back out in the ring. I know you're putting a lot of hard work in, and then rolling the British title.
That's it. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming down.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.